The truth is, if you're a new freelancer, then there's already a high chance that you failed before you've even started, purely because you've overlooked one specific thing. And I'm going to explain to you exactly what that is by introducing you to somebody. Now, this person contacted me on Instagram the other day and basically asked me to review their gig. And well, they asked so nicely and I had 5 minutes spare, so I did it. But what I found actually shocks me, and I didn't really realize this before. That's exactly what I want to show you guys. Now, this is Tia. She's from Serbia. She's a transcriptionist. She offers transcription services, whether it's audio files, YouTube videos, podcasts, webinars, you name it. She does it all. And she's actually put in a lot of effort into her Fiverr profile. She's a completely new seller, but she's even gone down the route of actually uploading intro videos, which is a big effort. As you can see, she might not be the most comfortable on camera, but she's made the effort. And generally, I always tell people that your video, your gig video, is 1 minute and 15 seconds that you can sell your services. So take advantage of it. Plus, it shows potential clients who they're going to be working with. However, in this niche of transcription, I don't really think a video is necessary, because the reason why it's not necessary is the fact that transcription, well, there's no skill, okay? You don't need to be skilled to be a transcriptionist. All you have to do is be able to listen to audio and put those words that you hear onto a piece of paper. So the skill level involved here is very, very little, pretty much none. Whereas on other services such as, I don't know, website development, there's a learning curve there. You need to be skilled. You need to know what you're doing. Even myself, where I offer a video spokesperson, people choose me based on maybe the way I look, the setups that I have, the way I present to camera. So there are some skills in these other categories, but transcription, unfortunately, please let me know in the comments if I'm wrong, but I don't think I am. There's no skill needed here. And that's not even the biggest factor. I don't care that there's no skill needed, because there are lots of things out there that you can sell with no skill needed. There are bigger factors than this, and I'm going to show you. So let's click on one of her gigs. Okay, right now, she is offering 10 minutes of audio transcription for $5. How would you say no? For $5, 10 minutes? Come on, it's super cheap. You wouldn't say no, would you? Okay, her gig looks pretty decent. Yeah, it's not bad. She's got her video. Then, for example, she's created a thumbnail. Of course, the presentation of the thumbnail isn't amazing. It could be much better. And then she's also got, I'm assuming this is a piece of work. So she's basically showing clients exactly what they can expect to receive. Now, again, this is not presented in the best possible way. Like even the basic stuff, like there's no paragraph in here whatsoever, yeah? It's all just one big block of text, which would make me think and hope for $5 that she is using some kind of AI tools to do this. Okay, and she's not just listening and writing it down herself. Now, the thing is, and the thing that she's doing kind of correct here, she's charging $5. She's a new seller. And the fact is, this is what I recommend the majority of new sellers to do, is to compete on price, because that is going to be your biggest competitive advantage. Okay, to be able to start ranking your gig up, your biggest advantage is going to be to lower your price, because then more people are going to be willing to take a chance on you. They're not going to care about spending $5, because $5 is nothing, okay? So lower your price so that people will take a chance. Yes, you will deal with some difficult clients, that's guaranteed, who basically want the world for $5, but that's kind of the stage that you need to go through in order to rank your gig. And I'm just talking about ranking your gig enough that you have enough 5-star reviews, and that could be 10, it could be 20, it could be 50 5-star reviews, until your gig then starts to rank and clients are actually coming to you and messaging you or ordering from you. When you're getting those consistent orders, you can increase your prices. However, Tia can't increase her prices anymore. And the reason for that is, if we look at the category of transcription, we have 5,100 results in this category. And that's not a problem, okay? It's not that many. But when we scroll down the first page of transcription, there was one thing that shocked me and completely stood out to me. And maybe it's standing out to you right now as well. The fact is, everybody on the first page, their prices are between $5 to $15. The majority, at least 80% of the people on this first page, are charging $5 to $15. And these are guys with a ton of feedback who are actually doing really well. So let's just take, for example, okay, this woman, she's online right now, top rated. Okay, so she's from Nigeria. She's also a transcriptionist. She has 400 feedback. She's done just over 700 orders as of now. And what does she offer? Okay, for $10, she will transcribe 10 minutes of audio or video in less than 24 hours. Okay, unlimited revisions as well. So just let's weigh this up very quickly. We have Tia over here. She has no reviews, no proof of how great her work is really. She's got none of that, but she charges $5, okay? And she does exactly the same job as this top rated seller, $5. Or over here, for $10, we have a top rated seller with 400 feedback who will basically give you unlimited revisions and give you your transcription in one day. Who are you going to choose? Okay, you're obviously going to go for the top rated seller, right? But that's still not the biggest problem, okay? The biggest problem is the fact that transcription is being taken over, and it's being taken over by AI. There's no need to wait 24 hours anymore. There's no need to pay somebody even as little as $5 or $10 for a transcription service when AI can do it for you for free. So there are platforms like Descript right now where you can upload an audio or video file and it will just transcribe that file for you instantly and for free. Even for example, I uploaded a picture to ChatGPT the other day. It had about 3 paragraphs of text. This was like a screenshot I took from YouTube. I asked ChatGPT to transcribe this picture for me. It did. It transcribed every word for me in like under 5 seconds. So it's not about the price because the price is small. Nobody's going to complain about spending $5 or $10 on a gig. But the fact is, why are we going to wait 24 hours when I can have AI do it for me in less than 60 seconds? Yeah. So this is what I told Tia, and I told her to stop what she's doing because she's already failing. And she's failing in a couple of ways. Number one, let's say Tia becomes top rated. She ends up on the first page of transcription, charging, anywhere between $5 to $15 for transcription because she can't go higher than that because there's already plenty of people offering that low amount. So if she goes too high with her price, clients are not going to choose her. They're going to choose these lower amount people. So she gets to the first page. How much money can she make per month? If she's doing well, if she's getting consistent orders weekly, how much money can she make per month? What, $500? Maybe $1,000 if she's lucky at charging like $5 or $10 per 10 minutes. She's not going to make that much, okay? $5 or $1,000, that's the ballpark where she's going to end up. She's not going to be able to hit that $5,000, that $10,000 a month. She's not going to hit it. And hey, if that's her goal and that's how much she's happy to make per month, then that's great. But I'm pretty sure she wants to make more than that. So I told her to stop what she's doing and change everything. The fact is she's a transcriptionist. So she knows words, she understands writing per se, she's listened to a lot of this. So change. Pivot. Right now, pivot to content writing. And this is the biggest mistake that a lot of you new sellers are making. And this is why you're failing at the very beginning, because you're not doing the market research. You need to do the market research to see what the hell is happening in your niche. You need to see what's going on. You need to see how much people are charging. Otherwise, you're going in as a new seller. And this is a prime example. If you already have top rated sellers charging $5, how are you going to compete? You can't, okay? So just don't offer it. Pivot. I told Tia to go into content writing purely because AI is not about to take over content writing anytime soon. And you could argue with me on this, but the fact is it's not. AI is great for brainstorming. It can give you content, but generally the majority of content, unless you are really precise and you go back and forth with trial and error on the prompts to get a good piece of written content that's ready to publish, that understands the tonality and the style of writing that you want and your target audience, is very difficult. You can use AI for content writing. I use it for content writing, but still I have to go over all of the text and edit it myself because AI is just not there yet. So go into something that you need some skill for. Generally, I do say anybody can start content writing, okay? It's just basically creative writing, but it does need some skill. You need to be motivated to learn content writing. So she needs to pivot right now. She needs to stop doing transcription and go into content writing. Just change everything. And this is exactly where a lot of people are failing because they're not doing this market research. So no matter what you offer right now, if you're a new seller, just do the market research. Go into the category, whatever it is that you're offering, go into that category. Scroll down the first page, okay? And just have a look at what people are offering. So what price points they're offering. You know, are they getting orders? How many feedback right now are these people getting? So I'll give you another prime example. This guy commented in my community the other day, which is completely free, by the way. If you want to join the community, which is the Freelance Success Circle, then the link is in the description. Definitely you should join up. This guy commented and he wanted his gig reviewed. So he's on here somewhere, but this was exactly what he was offering. He was offering Bubble, which is some kind of website development software. I personally don't really know. I looked into it a little bit, but I didn't need to know about Bubble in order to know that there's an issue here. We have almost 3,000 results for Bubble. If we look down the first page, okay, what do you immediately see that stands out to you? It's not the price. The pricing is good. But the fact is, everybody on the first page has, like, the majority of people on the first page have less than 10 feedback. Yeah, there's a couple here, 400, but the majority have all less than like 10 feedback or very, very low amounts of feedback. And even if we go towards the bottom, we're dealing with people with like 2 feedback, 4 feedback, 1, 4, 4, 1, 0, 1. So on this first page, half of the page is literally people with 1 feedback. But we have 3,000 results. Therefore, what does that tell me? It tells me that there is not enough demand for the amount of service providers. So again, he's offering a service and he's wondering why clients are not contacting him. And the reason for that is because there's not enough demand yet. Okay, maybe Bubble is not a big thing. I've never heard of it before. Maybe it's just not a thing yet. Maybe it just it's not caught up with, I don't know, Wix or Shopify. But maybe it's just the case that it's just not a thing yet and there's no demand. However, there is still plenty of service providers for this, but there's no demand. So without this market research, he would not know this. And these are the prime bits of market research that you need to do in order to understand if you're going to fail from the get-go or not. Or if your freelance business is going to be a $500 business per month, or if it's going to be a $5,000 business per month. Without the market research, you're never going to know.